It's Wednesday, July 8th. We're at the redevelopment commission meeting. We have a quorum. We've got one member missing, but we can go ahead. Call to order. We've done that. Approval of the minutes from June 17th. We can entertain that motion to approve those minutes.
I'll make a motion.
Got a motion to approve the minutes? Got a second?
I'll second it.
Got a second. Any questions, comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Financial matters, fund report. Fund report, this is for information only. We have $2,588,288.79 distributed between the southeast and the northwest districts. You can see that there. Any questions or concerns, comments? If none, we'll go ahead to the approval of claims. The claims this month are $13,395.60, of which $10,793.10 is the cut off again. Northwest, I guess. Is that the Northwest? Yeah, Northwest. Here it is. $2,602 for the Southeast. It's basically the Connect Community Partners in Houston and Thompson. And then Scott County School District residential housing. It's 8.
Tom, if you would like for me to explain that, because, yeah, we usually split between the other expenses, as you can see, between the Northwest and the Southeast TIF. 4 years ago or so, the city entered an agreement when we started the residential TIF area that we would pay the school 15% of our collections.
Okay.
So at this time, that is what that $8,190.60 is.
That's 15% of the
Of
residential.
the total, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Only the residential.
Only residential, yes. The 3, Moonglow 1, Moonglow 2, and Beechwood.
Okay.
And I did, when giving that to Dr. Nycom, I did look, and this time we collected $22,000 from our Beechwood. So as that's building, we're starting to collect more taxes.
So that will be an ongoing.
Yes, yes, per that agreement.
Good, thank you for that.
Okay.
We can entertain a motion to approve the claims as submitted.
I'll make the motion.
The motion, need a second?
I'll second it.
Seconded. Any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right. IFL loan draw request. You want to explain that one?
Okay, we are now starting to draw, because the Ready 2 funds for Maple Run have been all drawn down from the developer, and now we are starting to pay off of the bond that we have, and that's why it's asking, it was what, $65,324.53. So that is what this is, and I would just be asking for a motion from the board to allow Tom, as your president, to sign this draw.
Yeah, I'll make the motion. Got a motion? Second?
Yes, I'll second it.
Second. Any questions about that? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
And I would say this board could be expecting to see these every month now. Yes, as they're moving along on that project quite nicely.
So how much more do we have?
900 and some odd thousand is what we still have to draw.
Little bit.
Yeah.
No, there you are. 5, 4, 40,
Waiting for me to give an update? He's on this side of town now.
I'm ready for an update.
All right.
Okay.
I don't have any fire station updates today, other than I passed along after the last meeting discussion on ribbon cutting and passed that over to the chief with GM Development to coordinate. Maple Run, obviously you see it is moving forward. I got notice from the electric department on Monday this week that Scottsburg Electric has electrified the first half of the lots that are available. They're gonna have the other half that are available electrified in the next week or so. So we are now coordinating with builders for them to begin coming in and getting prepped and ready to start build. So we're within a month or 2 months of seeing houses start to go vertical. On the first part, as Ms. Hardy said, we are now in the IFA, which is a developer-backed bond, just for clarity for the board. That was the developer signed a taxpayer agreement that in the event we don't perform, we're responsible for that debt. That way you guys are not responsible for it, just for that clarification. But we do expect, we're gonna sell the first 20 lots here in the next 2 months. So 2 different builders that are gonna take down 10 lots at a time. So we expect to overperform over and above what the taxpayer agreement had said. Moonglow, as you, I guess, saw in the first TIF, Moonglow is developing out nicely, and those homes from ASB are hitting the market weekly and selling. They are.
They're selling really good.
Selling very well. Other than that, State Road 56, the project over there with the developer, it did get ready IEDC approval. You all over the last 2 months had approved some documents and forms along the way. So the interchange for a new traffic signal at 56 with Ready is expected to break ground on utility relocations in the next month. And at some point you may see a pay application come through here for approval. That's all I have today.
Okay. Any questions for Josh?
They're still building a Beechwood.
They are.
They bring me lots of.
I think he's moving forward with his next phase of infrastructure, if I remember right, from wastewater department.
They had reached out. I don't know if they've reached back out to Josh Stigdon yet or not, but I think we're anticipating half of their draw, aren't we, Josh, in the near future?
That is correct. I think they have plans to do it in 2 phases.
Yes, that was what I seemed to get from the developer.
So are all these lots bought by developers, or could individuals buy lots?
At Maple Run, we're going to sell specifically to identified builders so that we can keep a uniform style development. Down the road, we may choose to sell to individuals, but for now we're working through builders so that we can have a quality build that's consistent.
What about Beechwood, you was asking?
I don't know that answer. We'd have to ask Mr. McIntosh that one.
Any other questions? Okay. Any other information or
New business?
new business?
Okay, yes, and I apologize for not having this as an agenda item, but when I spoke with Josh, he just suggested, Josh Stigdon, he suggested I bring this up as new business. And this developed yesterday afternoon, and in speaking with the mayor about, I'm here to propose to this commission that about 4 years ago, they changed the state statute where TIF monies could be used for public safety. That's police and fire. So in looking at this year's budget for the city, there are so many unknowns with where lit is going to go. I mean, right now we have no definite on that for a couple of years to come. And in looking at a couple of the needs that our police and fire have shared with the mayor this year, I am wanting to propose to this board that this board commit $200,000 for 2027. This is just a 1 year, might be back next year if they don't give us some more givens. But, and I good news, bad news, I felt very confident yesterday in asking this board for 200,000. And I feel more confident this morning when I printed this for you. This is a projection through 2026. Marcia, Mayor? Yeah, I thought I had one for the mayor. No, I've got mine. So in doing that, as I dashed in here this morning, so you all could see what was being proposed there at the end of the year, 2026, if we pay all of our, which now it appears we won't be, according to what Mr. Stigdon and I have received, but taking all of that 600,000 off as a commitment, at the end of 2026, we would have 1.3 million left in TIF. So I felt very comfortable in coming to ask for the 200,000. Well, in coming in here this morning and looking up at our spring settlement, I noticed I had not updated that. So as you're looking there, it is saying that our spring tax settlement, which we just received in June, was anticipated to be through Baker Tilly's projections. If you recall, when Mr. Simler was here, we were looking at 1.1 million for the year. But he also mentioned at that time there was a lot of delinquencies last year. So the good news is we must have collected a lot of those delinquencies, because instead of getting our tax settlement for the first half, instead of it being 550,000, it was 965,000. So I'm sorry for not having this updated, but that will change that number tremendously, which would then get it up to, at the end of this year, you would have 1.7 million. So,
It's very positive.
well, Mr. Simler said we very possibly could get those delinquencies, and they must have.
What do you mean by delinquency?
Where people hadn't paid their taxes in 2025.
Okay,
Yeah, because we didn't quite get what we thought we would get last year.
okay.
And now keep in mind, this number I'm giving you does not include residential TIF, because it can only be used for specific things. So that amount there is not residential TIF. And the number I gave you, the 965, is only your northwest and your southeast TIF. So.
Good deal. So I guess we need a motion to
Commit.
commit $200,000 in the year 2027 for use.
Say public safety.
Public safety,
Mhm.
fire and police.
Right.
Do we know what we're gonna get with that yet, or
it's-
it's just?
Fire has met with the mayor and requested a truck, not a big fire truck. It's one of those red ones you see going around. What is it, a 2014 that's got over 100,000 miles on it?
Yeah.
And he has estimated that to be about 50,000. The police cars, we budget $136,500. That's to get 3 new police cars and equip those. And we do that rotation every 7 years. So, we hate to, in these days of trying to get officers and compete with what our state is paying their ISP, it's very difficult in all of our surrounding municipalities at this time.
Yeah.
So that would be where it would go for, would be to pay for the cars and that one truck for our fire.
Good.
And then that takes the burden off of trying to find it, because at this time, we would have it in our police budget, but not in our fire, for them to get another truck. So,
Okay. All right. Do y'all understand that?
Yeah, it normally comes out of our tax base.
yes.
and you're thinking that it's not gonna, our tax base is not gonna support that.
We have a tax base, but it's all a matter of lit, and that is a local employment tax. The projections from Baker Tilly right now, and that's lit doesn't impact the redevelopment and TIF. The projections that we're getting, that by 2029, the city will lose 1.1 million. Yeah. And so it's great that we are improving our tax base, because right now our budget for the city is like 7.3 million. And we're using 5.3 million from lit, the public safety, and the lit, local employment tax, and our other taxes. So there's 2 million that the city has to come up now, and then you take away another million and it'd be 3+ million. So there's so many unknowns, Perry, at this time, that it's very, very difficult for us to do a good city budget with all the unknowns. There is a possibility the state, and we'll be trying to work with the county and Austin. You can form a coalition and work on a tax rate together, a cumulative, that appears to be what would be best for all of us at this time.
Yeah, it's a good thing that we're building houses.
Yes.
And we've started years ago
Right.
in order to make our city grow and our
The
tax
tax
base
base.
grow.
Yes, I agree. And yeah, and also our city council last year, we made 750,000 in cuts to prepare for what's coming.
Yeah.
So we started, like you're saying, probably what other people see a little early, but we had the luxury, if you want to call it a luxury, it had been proper planning or, taking care of our resources, that we were able to do that last year and not cut services.
Yeah.
So this will be very helpful to this two council members as we meet
Yeah.
to move on that.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we need a motion.
I'll make that motion.
The motion,
I'll second it.
second it. Any other questions or comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay,
Thank you
very
all
much.
very much.
Any other new business? Okay, our next regular meeting will be August the 12th at 8:30 a.m. Need a motion to dismiss or to adjourn?
I'll make that motion.
We are adjourned.